What is going on, everyone? Tryhard Casual here. We're doing some red dragons in Brimhaven dungeon on today's episode. So it looks like we got the back-to-back dragon tasks for the Konar series. Now if blue dragons are the successful, popular child, then the red dragons are definitely the forgotten and disappointing middle child. I can't say I have a lot of kill count when it comes to red dragons, but despite that, we're going to go over everything you need to know about doing this task. Now I'm sure you're wondering right away if you're able to safe spot down in the dungeon, and I want to say that you are. So for your combat style, you can go with range or melee on this one. I'm going to take melee on this one just because I have a Dragon Hunter Lance right now and I know it's going to shred through those red boys. I'm going to say if you don't have at least a Zamorak and Hasta, you probably don't want to take melee as your combat style. If you wanted to bring range, even though you're going to be in a safe spot, I still highly recommend bringing some sort of anti-fire protection in your shield slot. Whenever you have to run out and collect your loot, you're probably going to take a hit or two and it's just better to be protected just in case. If we take a look at our inventory, we can see there's actually not too much to go over. So for my spec weapon, I'll have a Ceridome and God Sword. Of course, the Dragon Dagger is a nice alternative. I'll have a Super Combat Potion and Extended Anti-Fire. To help us get there, I'm also going to have a Lunar Staff or Draymond Staff. To enter the dungeon, you need 875 gold, and that's per entry, that's not like a permanent unlock. You're also going to need an axe to get through some of the vines that are in the dungeon, and I'll have a teleport out with a house teleport. I actually almost completely forgot. I'm going to bring a few lobsters with me just in case I take a little bit too much damage. Looking at the map, there's a lot of ways to get there, and there's actually two entrances to the dungeon. I think the fastest way is taking a house tablet redirect to Brimhaven and then just run down. I know a very popular method is to take an Ardougne teleport, go to the charter ship, ferry over to Brimhaven, and then from there you can just run down to the dungeon. And if nothing else, you can always take that glory amulet to Karamja and then run west from there. Like I said, there is a second entrance, and I think that one's a little bit more efficient, honestly. To actually use this entrance, you need to pay a fee of 5,000 trading sticks, and that's only a one-time purchase. If you're going to use this entrance, then the Taibo Wanai teleport is very close, but I'm going to use a fairy ring just because it's a lot cheaper. Also, if you're going to take this path down here, you don't actually need the woodcutting axe or the 875 gold. So let's say you're going up through the north entrance, where do you go from here? So you'll enter right here, you'll run down, you'll cut some vines. Now you could go this way for some agility shortcuts. It has a high level, and you also need the elite Karamja diaries to use those, so most people probably won't have access to that. So what you'll do instead is run this way, there'll be some stepping stones over the lava, keep running down, you're going down, more vines to cut, and right here there'll be a log that you can walk across, and that'll put you inside the red dragon area. And that's a little bit of a trip, it's quite the distance. So if you use the southern entrance, like what I suggested, you'll go down right here, you'll run by some dragons, run by the demons, and then right here there's going to be a tube, and you can just slither right into the red dragon area. Okay, so we're down here in the dungeon now. We're actually right in the middle of the room right now. This will be the first safe spot. From here you can pretty much tag anyone in the circle around you and you'll be pretty much okay. It looks like they should be able to walk over here, but they tend to get stuck if they come from this direction, so you should be alright. If you're looking for something a little more safe, a little bit more predictable, then down here in the corner is going to be your next best bet. From here, no one can actually hit you if you're in this spot specifically, and you'll be completely fine. And lastly, we have ourselves in the north side of the room here. This spot's only going to work if the baby red dragons are not aggressive towards you. But if that is the case, you have a lot of red dragons on this side to tag up from your safe spot. I believe that's everything I actually have to go over on this one, so if you want to stick around to the end, you can see all the task stats, the time spent, the profit, but I'll see you after the montage. Killing 37 red dragons only took us 20 minutes, so that's a pretty fast task. When it comes to Slayer experience, we really didn't get too much. As with most dragons, it's a little below average. If we take a look at our profit, we ended up with 232k gross income. Of course, we have to subtract all the supplies we used. It really wasn't that much, it only came to 10k. But do some quick math, that's around 222k net profit for 20 minutes. I do want to point out that all of my red dragon hides drop noted because I have the elite Karamja diaries done. On top of that, the dragon javelin heads won't actually drop unless you completed Monkey Madness 2. So after all that, it looks like you made it to the end of the video. If you ended up enjoying the video or found it helpful, a like on it really goes like a tremendously long way to help me out. Other than that, I have my Discord link down below if you want to join in on my community. Be sure to tune in for the next one, and I hope you guys all have a very wonderful day.